I often get asked, how come I don't smoke or drink? And it's an ongoing question I've been hearing throughout my life, since, believe it or not, elementary school. When I was going to school in Southwest Philadelphia, there were kids, already smoking cigarettes back then. This is back in 1995. Now, almost 30 years later, I still get asked the same question. How come I don't smoke or drink? Like I mentioned, I grew up in Southwest Philadelphia. In other parts in the surrounding, areas, in Delaware, Maryland, I see the effects that it has on, my loved ones, relatives, friends, people around the way. And one thing I notice, is the fact that, especially with cigarettes, it ages people. And it sucks the youth out of you. And not to mention, it changes your voice. It affects your mood. They say, the drug itself, it gives relief, but the everlasting effects, it causes kind of a need for more. It's like you can't go anywhere without them. You got to have a Newport in your pocket somewhere. And seeing that, I didn't want to be shackled to a vice that dangerous. And the same thing can be said about weed. When people smoke weed, they seem to have an insatiable appetite for more. They can't, they say wake and bake, and then afternoon comes, they gotta have another one. Smoke again, before they do anything, they gotta smoke weed. You can talk about alcohol too, liquor, wine, beer. I've seen people get drunk and forget everything that happened the previous night. And that's a very vulnerable position to be in. I can't even imagine. Now for me, people who know me, they call me an elephant because I have a good memory. And I value my memories. I have a library in my own mind. Every memory is like a page in a book that I put on a shelf. That I pull off the shelf from time to time to reflect on. And I find, drinking and smoking and doing all these things, it will hinder you, am I correct? From remembering. Now, I understand that some folks, they tend to drink and smoke to forget on purpose. But what does that cost you, though? Your health? And besides, you have to, I don't mean to be preachy, but we have to learn how to, take whatever life throws at you without having to succumb to these vices that keep us in bondage. And it's a spiritual thing too, if you want to go there. I mean, these things open up doors to all kind of, thoughts, all kind of, lifestyles that can, pull you in different crowds and directions. Because as I mentioned previously, in elementary school, the first time I was tempted, it was the summer of 95. I was right out of school. I was enjoying my summer vacation and I was hanging with my friends, and they, at this time we were 9, 10 years old, man. And they were already smoking cigarettes. And he offered me one. And just like they say back in the day, just say no. That's exactly what I said. I said no, no, no. That's my favorite word. Everybody knows me. I say no a lot. And that saved me from a lot of problems in life. Fast forward to the present day, and I'm still being asked and offered, drugs, drinks, and I continue to say no. I'm almost 40. And that's the one thing that has never changed. And I always wonder, how come that it's always pushed? Addiction is deadly. And we have to be mindful when we offer these things to other people, especially folks that don't even do that stuff. It doesn't help the person that you're trying to give the things to, because you're trying to introduce them to a whole world that they don't even want to be in. And some of them, they might, fall and buckle under the pressure, because life, it can be hard sometimes. And these drugs, they have a way to make people feel in this euphoric state where everything is okay for a temporal period. It's very temporary. And then when the high fades and you're back to your regular mind state, you want to chase the next high. And that's a life you're a mental slave. Right? That pretty much sums up why I don't drink or smoke. Before I wrap this up, I'm going to share some benefits of not smoking and drinking. A reduced risk of high blood pressure and strokes. It also reduces depression and anxiety. And a reduced risk of cancer and liver disease. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.